Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome into Royal Bettors. Jake's joining us from the middle of absolutely nowhere. I'm chilling in my room as always. I'm Jaric rubel alongside Jake Elder, as I just mentioned. And we're going to break down a Saturday NHL card for you. That's probably a good idea because I do hear the wind. So when you're ready to talk, you can unmute. Yesterday I went 0-1-1. We had the Hawks and Jets over, and if the Hawks goal didn't get disallowed, and you said it right when it got disallowed when we were playing Call of Duty, you're like, that's gonna screw the over. Sure enough, it did, and we pushed. So you got something to say?
We got lucky there. It was definitely. I thought the game slowed down after that taking away goal. So, but we pushed at least. That was my one push. I had no loss. Or I did have a loss. I had the Edmonton first period loss there, but
Oh yeah, because you had the half a goal, so it is a loss. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't the tie no bet. They were down 1-0 too. I was gonna say the Rangers' first period under almost came through in a game that was 6-5. I mean, the Oilers tied that with under 2 minutes to go in the period. I can never tell when you're gonna get ready to unmute your mic or not.
that was. There's people driving by. That was one
good.
of the most exciting games, at least third period. I mean, the whole game, but the third period was absolutely insane to watch.
He literally went through the middle of 4 defenders.
That might be the greatest goal, I think. I mean, I know it's the greatest goal I've ever seen, but it might be the greatest goal I ever see.
I can't think of one that was better than that. The craziest ones, I could think of, were Crosby when he would bat him out of midair. He scored a backhander with one hand once. Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
But that just nobody knew what was going on.
Right. It was nice to see everybody on Twitter freaking out too. Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, even so many comments were I don't even watch hockey, but that was amazing. Stuff like that. So it was nice to see that. But yesterday overall I went 3-1-1. I do there's promotions on FanDuel with the parlay. If you miss one, you get the money back type thing. So I always parlay all my picks together. And yesterday that did cash for me, so that was pretty nice.
All right, so good Saturday. Today's Saturday. Good Friday for Jake, Matt for me. And we'll get right into this Saturday card here today. A lot of games to break down. We got one day game here that'll start at, I believe it's 1 Central Time. Tampa Bay Lightning -200 road favorites taking on the Ottawa Senators +170. I have an eyelash in my eye, and it's so uncomfortable. The over-under is at 6, shaded to the under. Now, I definitely do like Tampa Bay in the spot. I mean, Ottawa's struggling here. They've lost 6 out of their last 7. I keep rubbing my eye. This is bad. Vasi's numbers versus Ottawa are not that great though. He's got a goals against over 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see an over here. I mean, the total's only at 6. We've seen 6 goals in each of the last 5 times these teams have met, but I haven't seen either of these teams trending over enough though. I'm just gonna pass because I feel like we could get another push here at 6, and I've had 2 of those the past 2 nights, and I'm just I don't want another.
Yeah, this is definitely a pass here. I think the game could be a dead under. Matt Murray could show up and play real good. And Vasilevsky's been a man on a mission since he found himself. I mean, I know they lost the last game, but he held him for basically 3 whole periods scoreless. So I think he could be under, but I'm not betting anything on this one. I'm not picking a side either.
All right, so it's going to be a pass for both of us here in this day game between Ottawa and Tampa Bay. Carolina and Florida, biggie here. Carolina +110, Florida -130 at home. Over under 6 -110 both ways. It's the battle of 2 unbeaten teams here in regulation. It's going to be a doozy. And I know I'm you put me onto what you were thinking, and I'll let you kind of go ahead and explain what you wanted to do for this game.
Yeah, so I mean, I know it seems too scripted, but an overtime game here seems too likely for them both pushing to get overtime. Obviously, it's going to be the team's going to want to win in regulation, but there's in the back of their head, they got to be thinking the same thing. They're all sports fans. They all play hockey, oh, if we go to overtime, nobody loses here, keep that undefeated streak going for both teams, basically, in regulation-wise. So it's a look, and I believe it'll happen, but With Bobrovsky getting hurt and Spencer Knight playing back to back, like Spencer Knight's good and all, but like that, it's in the back of my head that he is playing back to back, which he doesn't do very often. I don't know if he's done it once in his career yet. He probably has, but
Yeah, in the playoffs, yeah, I know this is horrible. I can't get it out.
but once again, yeah, the playoffs is just a different breed of hockey than the regular season. But knowing that he's playing this games 2 in a row here, when that was most likely not going to happen almost all season, I do lean for the Hurricanes here, and I like plus money. I think the Canes are the deeper team on it. Like they're both so deep, and um, what Radko Gudas is out for the Florida. I know that much. I'm pretty sure. And then they also, who did I say went on COVID yesterday?
Well, I know Bennett's on IR.
Bennett, or yeah, IR, whatever. Yeah. So Sam Bennett's out. I mean, that means the Canes are the healthier team right now, and I'm gonna be
They
looking
got
towards the Canes
defensemen
here.
out, yeah. I like the Canes as
So
well. It's just like they let it in a lot against Chicago. Like I don't know. I guess those teams trend over, but I mean, kind of gave some cause
yeah,
for concern there, especially defensively for them. And they're without
yeah,
Pesci. That's yeah, because he lost his edge and went right into the boards against the Hawks.
you're right.
Draw,
I don't know.
toss
I'm
up.
draw here. Yeah, I'm gonna lean the Canes though, just for the fact of the goalie matchup. Uh, I feel. I mean, I don't know who's better, but Spencer Knight's not proven yet. So I'm gonna lean towards the Canes in this one and the over, especially. That looks like a good bet there too.
All right, so looking towards the draw here in this one for Carolina and Florida. Boston and Toronto now. This will be a good original six matchup. The Bruins plus 110, the Leafs minus 130, home favorites. Over under 5.5, 110 both ways. I don't think I can look off these Toronto unders here at all. I mean, Boston too for that matter. I mean, this game right here gives me the same vibes of Calgary and New York. I do kind of like the first period under because I mean the way it almost hit yesterday in a 6-5 game, and sorry, I'm thinking Calgary, New York, but the first period under here. But I just have a bad gut feeling because Toronto does find a way to score goals at home, even though they're only averaging one. Uh, Boston, I mean, they scored 10 first period goals. I mean, they get on the board early. But Jack Campbell's been on a tear for the Leafs. I mean, this week he's been awesome. I mean, he shut out Vegas, was awesome against Tampa, only allowed one. I mean, and on the contrary, Toronto can't score. Boston is only one. I mean, Boston's won by 2 goals in 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two. I think this one's going to end up being tightly contested because I do see Jack Campbell having, the way he's been and keeping up that hot streak. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see another 2-1 game here, maybe 3-2. I mean, I really like the under 5.5 at minus 110. I wouldn't stop you from betting the draw either. I could totally see this being like 2-2 going to OT. But I'm going to stay away from the first period under because I definitely think there will be one goal in it. I could just totally see the other team tying it up late, just like on a power play or something. Just gives me a bad feel, and I don't want to touch it. But I do like the full game under 5.5. Minus 110, we're going to go ahead and lock that in. And we'll see if Jake's ready here. I think he might be dealing with some people. Give him a second.
I was indeed. I would like to say that I saw on Twitter that these two teams haven't faced in over 728 days or something.
Since
Like
that
some
game
insane
7,
number.
right? Or
It's
no,
been whatever,
because the regular season.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Never mind.
It's over 2 years almost. Well, yeah, 365. Yeah, it's over almost 2 years I think for these two teams facing each other, like exactly 2 years. So I think it's gonna be like you said, original six matchup here, and I do like that look. I see this game going 2-2. Like I don't see it going any other way, to be honest.
Right.
Boston
Neither
team that
team could
can't
really
score.
score. Jack Campbell's been awesome.
They only score on the power play. That's literally what it seems like is all they can do is score on that power play. So if those power plays are limited, and I don't know where else to go but look the under. I'm not picking a side in this one. And Boston puts up a fight in every match they play. So I'm gonna look towards the under.
All right. Jake looking towards the under, as am I. Islanders in Winnipeg here, -105 for the Islanders, -115 for the Jets. Over under 5.5 shaded over. Let there be goals in this one, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game where the first period understreak for the Islanders gets snapped. Jets home games have all gone over 5.5. Mikhail Burdan might be getting a looking goal here for the Jets in his first ever game. If not, it's Comrie on back-to-back nights. I mean, Sorokin's been really good for the Islanders here as of late, right? It's definitely risky betting it over with him in that. But I think this game will get the 6 goals. 5.5 is just too low of a number for the kind of spot we're getting here.
Yeah, I personally.
Hello? Oh, you muted. Okay. You good? All right. Well, while he's doing what he's got to deal with, I'll just kind of keep going with my thoughts on this game because Winnipeg's offense has been dynamite. They just got Shifley back. Okay, Jake's gone, so he might have to, deal with other people. I don't know if he'll be back, but it is what it is. I mean, Jets got Shifley back. I mean, he's been a big difference maker. I mean, Islanders, Brock Nelson, 4 goals the last game. I mean, they shine some signs of weakness near the end against Montreal, but they just let their foot off the gas. And I think it's a spot here where we could get over the 5.5 total. I mean, it could be a spot where somebody leads 3-2 and then an empty netter occurs. I mean, it could be 3-3, a late goal ties it. I think this game will get the 6 goals no matter what, especially because every single game at Bell and TS Place has done so far. Minnesota and Pittsburgh, because I'm not the host, I don't get to mess with the graphics anymore because he decided to host even though he's not home. I can only look one way in Minnesota-Pittsburgh. Over-under's 5.5 shaded over, and it's towards the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Wild have failed to cover the puck line in every single game that they've played this season. Minnesota's 3-9 in the last 12 games against Pittsburgh, and they've lost 5 of the last 6, giving up 6 or more goals in 3 of them. I mean, Cam Talbot, he's never beaten the Penguins in his history. Give me the Penguins here, money line and puck line. I mean, the money lines, I like the puck line more. I'm probably going to toss money line just in case some dumb shit happens. Save my money, but I love the Penguins here in this spot all of the way. Jake's back here with us here. He already gave us his thoughts on the Islanders and Jets, so you kind of jump back in.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Islanders-Jets game, I don't really have a play on it, but like I said, I think it goes over. I think there's going to be goals from both sides of both teams there. And then what other game you were going into? The Penguins
Minnesota
and Wild.
Pitt. Yep.
Yeah, I like that Penguin spot there a lot. Both teams are, just high scoring, no defense, but Tristan Jarry is the better goalie by a long shot. Their Penguins at home record with Jarry, great. So, and at this line, like what is -120 for Pittsburgh, right?
I did think it moved. Yeah, when I woke up, I saw it changed a little bit.
Yeah, either way.
I got the puck line plus 205.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna fade, or I'm gonna take Pittsburgh money line here. I don't know if I'll bet it, I don't know if I bet it yet, but I will probably after the show.
All right, so we're both here on Pittsburgh. I really like Pittsburgh here tonight. I really hope that the 1.5 does come through. I mean, Minnesota's yet to cover the puck line, and they're dogs here. So I mean, they've been dogs before so far this season. Colorado and Columbus here, another matchup that we saw here earlier in the week. Colorado -170, the Jackets +145, 5.5 shaded unders the total. This is a revenge spot, for the Avs, if you ask me. They battled so hard to come back and tie that game on Wednesday. I mean, Columbus has had a hard time stringing multiple wins together here so far this year. Colorado in regulation, if you ask me, is a real favorable price, and the book's reaction to the injuries, I think, are just dumb. I mean, the Avs really aren't that different of a team. They've had, different guys out every single night. I mean, the team we see is the team we're getting. Kemper's back in goal, so it's not the Johansson factor. The only thing that scares me is that Landeskog to get a point and Avs to win is a DraftKings boost. But they've lost their last several, so I feel like they're due for a win.
Dude. But I kind of like it, though, because it's not an odds boost. It's like a special.
It is.
Odds.
Yeah.
I haven't looked too much into the specials,
yeah.
But the DraftKings boost, I will never back. I can fade them all day, every day, even though, of course, it hit yesterday. Draisaitl and McDavid to score. But you can't make up yesterday's game. That was just insane. So, either way, I gotta go back with the Avs here. You guys know, for those who watched and kept up with my record, I went all in on the Avs the game before because, like we said, the Blue Jackets haven't had 2 wins in a row all season. They're not. I don't think they're getting 3.
They done it twice now. Games 1 and 2, and then these last 2.
Are you sure about that? Because I thought it was.
Well, we
literally
only
win,
bet
lose,
the
win,
Avs
lose.
last game because they won against the Devils. We were watching the game, and you're like, all right, they're losing the next game.
Exactly.
And they won. So
I
they
thought
won 2 in a row, and then they won 2 in a row in the first 2 games they played. They beat Columbus and they beat Seattle.
Columbus beat Columbus.
Or they beat Arizona, but yeah, that game was what it was.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm gonna go right back with the Avs here. I got them regulation line minus 115.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that there. It's the Avalanche versus Columbus, no matter what way you look at it. Devontae. Oh, I'll go into props later. I just was thinking about it this game. Well, I'll hit that prop later then.
Is Taze back?
Yeah, he's playing tonight.
Crazy.
And with McCarr out, I'm all over that. If I can find him to get point prop, goal prop.
Hopefully, they use him as a big defensive presence. Byram's been taking that McCarr spot. I don't know. I mean, I won't talk you out of it, but
Byram has played good too.
Devontae's is their big defensive presence that they've missed.
True. No, yeah, you're right. Byram, because what, he had 2 assists or a goal?
He had 2 goals.
2 goals and an assist then? Damn. All right. Yep. Avs, don't look at it any other way here. I can't see backing Columbus in this revenge spot at all. So, not revenge spot, but defending the revenge.
All right, so both of us liking the Avs here. Vegas and Montreal. Vegas minus 115, Montreal minus 105. Over under 5.5, shaded to the under. The Habs are 5-1 in the regular season against Vegas, and they're unbeaten against them in the Bell Center. I think that will continue here tonight. The goaltending matchup should be Leonard versus Allen. Allen's already been confirmed. Allen's never lost in regulation to the Golden Knights. This is going to be an interesting way I look at this game. I'm going to take the Habs money line here, completely expecting them to win this game in an uncomfortable way. I don't think this is going to be an easy win for them whatsoever. I see this being brutal to watch and annoying and frustrating. The last 3 times the Habs and Knights have played, it's gone past 60 minutes. And Jake Allen having 3 of his 5 games go to overtime against the Knights. I'm going to put some money here on the draw as well at plus 310. I'm getting bold here for Montreal to win it here in extra time or the shootout. I mean, the Knights don't have much right now other than Riley Smith and Marcia Show for when it gets to overtime. And if it gets to a shootout, we know how poor Robin Leonard is at those. I like the Habs here to win it in a close and ugly game, and I'm going to put it'll not be a full unit, probably a half unit on this game to get the overtime. So I mean, an interesting way to look at it here for the Knights and Montreal. I'll give Jake a second here if he's ready. If not, I'm just move on to the next game and let him jump back in when he's back. Jake, give me about 5 seconds here. Give me a hand or something. There's Liam. All right. So Jake's got to pass for a second. All right. So I like the Habs money line. I like the Knights to maybe force overtime. I definitely think it gets past 60 minutes.
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely I like the draw here for sure. But because of that, I'm only betting the draw. I'm not going to pick a side in this one.
Right. I
can't tell you if it's going under or over.
I know I shouldn't pick a side, but I picked a side.
That's how it was with the Kings last night. I mean, I thought I had it locked in when they did score that 2-1, but I was like, I've thought draw in this match, and I'm like, why would I pick a side on a draw? Like when I think it's going to be a draw, you don't want to pick a side. But it worked out in my favor, so. But this one I'll be betting draw and not picking a side.
All right, so both of us on the draw. I'm going to take a shot here with the Habs. Philadelphia, Washington here. Philly plus 140, Washington minus 165. Over under 5.5 shaded over. I wonder if these will move here any second because Martin Jones just got announced for the Flyers. He hasn't been bad for them. I'd like to think this game goes over, but I just don't know. We tend to see 6.5s pop up for these two teams. It feels fishy to me. Like I want to grab the over, but a 3-2 final just kind of like feels right to me, and I hate it. We've seen 4 straight unders for the Flyers. The Caps are just roaring, even though I mean the Yotes game was kind of dull. The Tampa game was dull. I'm gonna stay off it.
I mean, you saying Martin Jones isn't. I don't even know because does it really matter right now? Because Carter Hart still has. I mean, he plays good, but he hasn't like shown like he's an elite, like being elite this year yet. So does it really
Hey, I
matter who's
mean,
starting for
we've
them?
seen 4 straight unders with him in that cart. So, I
Okay,
mean,
well,
you take
I
what.
guess that's a good thing then because Jones is in. Because I like the over a lot here at 6. You have the push
Oh, it
opportunity
moved to
there.
6, huh? Okay, I saw it at 5.5 this morning.
Oh, for real?
So
Maybe
the
I have it at
goalie
5.5.
confirmation did change it.
No, maybe I have it at 5.5 then. I just thought I had it at 6.
Oh, yeah, no, it's been at 5.5.
Well, then good for me because that's got to. The Caps at home, that's got to cash. Caps at home always are putting up numbers, and the Flyers have offense, and I think it's gonna be an all out 4-4 game, 5-5. I don't even. I just feel goals in this one, so I do have the
Vantage,
over.
yeah,
Not picking a
Vanacek's
side
in
though.
that for the Caps. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I lean over. I didn't bet
and
it, but
Samsonov's the better of the two, anyways. So yeah, I'll go with Vanacek and Jones over. I mean, I didn't know the goalies were in. I just thought Caps at home tend to go over a lot, so I'm on the over then.
all right. So both of us liking the over. I didn't bet it. Jake did. Detroit and Buffalo here. Pick a -110 both ways. Over under 5.5. Shaded to the under. Sabres are coming home here off of a West Coast trip. Liam there making his appearance. Wings are continuing to trek through the northeast part of their road trip. Probably another stay away game for me here. I went through Buffalo's record after a West Coast trip, and to be honest, it's just around 500. There wasn't really any discrepancies there for me to like bet something in this game. I mean, I don't think I'll be betting too much Wings and Sabres games when they match up together. This will just be a stay away here for me. Jake, if you have any opinion
Yeah,
on
I
this.
totally agree. I wanted to lean Sabres just for I don't know because they're the home team. I feel like both teams are just not that impressive right now. Like they're just bottom feeder teams. There's not much else to say about it. So, but I'm totally staying away. Couldn't tell a side or total. So
All right, yeah, we're on the same page here. F this game. So that's all the early games here. We got Winnipeg, I think, is actually an early start. It doesn't start at 7 o'clock. So all these games start 6:30. Then we gotta wait till 9 o'clock Central Time to get these final three underway. Seattle at Arizona. Kraken -155. The Yotes +135. Over under 5.5. 110 both ways. This one's going to be short and sweet. You're going to give me the Kraken here. You're going to give me them in the first period minus half a goal. You're going to give me them to win in regulation. They're both plus money, +150 in the first period, +110 in regulation. Such generous prices for the fact that Provetov is going to be going in that for the Coyotes, and he's not stopping a beach ball.
yeah, I totally agree there. I don't. This line is weird to me because like
I think it's
the
because
Yotes
Arizona's
have
back at home, but Arizona also hasn't played in like a month.
and people are feeling that Arizona win coming. I mean, a lot of people were backing them yesterday. So they feel it like it's time for Arizona to win. But
They
yeah,
haven't scored in like 2 weeks.
yeah, Grubauer's in net. I mean, Seattle's off a Seattle's off a big what Aberley hat trick. Like they're gonna be rolling. Seattle all day today.
Yeah, I don't even care. Like you could think it's a trap that the Kraken are plus money here, and everybody's going to be hammering that, but I absolutely do not care. Arizona's going to like. Does Arizona win 20 games this year, man? Like I don't know. Like that's just tough. But yeah, we're both liking the Kraken here to get it done in regulation. I'm also on the first period minus half a goal. Rangers here and the Calgary Flames. Second time and final time these two teams will be meeting this year. The Rangers +125, Flames -145, home favorites. Over under 5.5 shaded. Nowhere, -110 last I looked both ways. I'm going to be all over this first period under here, -115 with Shesterkin versus Markstrom. No way I can't take it. I mean, it barely didn't cash last night for the Rangers. It was a 6-5 game. This game's going to be a battle for both teams here. I mean, Shesterkin's back in net. He got lit up versus Calgary here his last time out, but Calgary was lighting up everybody on that East Coast trip. So, I mean, I think that was just the product of Calgary playing well, not Shesterkin being, bad one against the Flames or just being a bad goalie. I think he'll rebound just fine tonight. Rangers first period unders, like I said, have been machines. I'm absolutely going to keep riding that in the spot. I think it's going to be a goaltenders duel. I mean, the Flames, I would imagine, both teams here, even though I was saying a first period under, I mean, this game should be just two pissed off teams that have lost back-to-back games here in overtime. Rangers lost to the Canucks and the Oilers. The Flames lost to the Stars and the Preds. Jake's out of here again. I have a feeling he will be back. Like I said, the Rangers just blew the massive lead. They had the goal of the year scored against them last night by Connor McDavid. I mean, it was a miserable third period out in Vancouver. They just could not stay out of the box. I think Igor will have his work cut out for him here in net. I think the first period will go under here, minus $1.15. After that, who the hell knows? I mean, both of these teams have had some real tough losses. I mean, I can see a real close game here, maybe another draw. I mean, these teams have been trending real close. I'm going to just go ahead of here on the first period under. It makes a lot of sense here with these two teams matching up, going head-to-head. Rangers have been on a heater with it all season long. I'm not going to shy away from it. Minus 115, first period under. All right, one last game here to talk about on this Saturday card. Hopefully Jake gets back in here to talk about these last two. If he doesn't, it is what it is. New Jersey plus 125 taking on the San Jose Sharks minus 145. Over under 5.5 shaded to the over. We don't have goalie confirmations yet. I mean, I could go ahead and refresh here and see if anything new has come out. But last I checked, I do think we're going to see Bernier going for the Devils. But I don't think we have a Sharks goalie confirmation. I'm scrolling through here. I'll let you know in a second. But does not look like we have any confirmations here for the Sharks. And it's a long list of people here. Holy smokes.
Well, but sorry guys, I keep getting cut out. Getting phone calls from work and they're calling me up, so I've been dealing with that. But back to that Rangers game. Yeah.
Okay. I'll finish my thought on the Sharks here when he's done. I'll just go fuck myself.
Totally. As soon as Shesterkin Gorgiev got announced, I guess that is Gorgiev. Yeah, someone behind him. As soon as Georgiev got announced, I went right over to that first period under. I mean, we knew Shesterkin was going in for this match. They want to beat the Flames here, and that was their whole idea of playing Gorgiev, which almost worked out for them if McDavid didn't exist. So, Shesterkin here. Markstrom's probably going for the Flames, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. I'll take that first period under all day. And full game under, I bet it yesterday. I don't know if the line's moved much, but that's the only way to look for here.
All right. Oh, I forgot to mention, we might see Scott Wedgwood in that for the Yotes. He was picked up off of waivers, actually. So it might not be Provetov. We'll see. Looking through the goalies here, and I forgot about that. In this Sharks game, like I was talking about, this is a 9:30 puck drop. We're yet to have any goalie confirmations. I'll probably post this one later. I don't know how much it'll matter at 5.5, but if Aiden Hill goes for the Sharks, I'm definitely loving the over. He's given up 3 goals in multiple starts in a row now. I think even if Reimer goes for San Jose, it probably will be a back and forth game all the way through. I'm kind of hesitant on the over and want to wait for the goalie confirmation, but I do lean over and we'll jump on it if Hill is in that for the Sharks. So we'll give Jake a second here. I know he's busy. And if not, I'm going to just hop right into props and DFS and best bets, and we'll call it a show. Give him about 5 seconds here as I stretch to come back into the fold. No, he hears me, so it's just a matter if he's busy or not. There he is.
All right. The Sharks game here. I have no idea what you were. I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying, but I'm on the Sharks here. Devils. I mean, they continue to lose games. I don't know. They continue to be so close to winning, but end up losing in the end. Sharks are at home, coming off that big win. I'm gonna take the Sharks here, and I know it's like -1. Is it -140, -145?
It was pretty juiced, yeah.
Yeah, it's up there, but I put it in one of my parlays. So is that you or me? I don't know what that was. Every time.
Oh, yeah, that was probably me scratching my head.
Yeah, it was a little scratchy. But yeah, Sharks are part of my parlay. I also like them, and I just like them in the spot at home again. Devils after that, what happened yesterday, losing in overtime after a close comeback. Dougie Hamilton's probably still out. If Blackwood goes again, I don't think he
He's not
will.
going
But
again. It'll 100% be Bernier. That's not
yeah,
confirmed, but it's confirmed in my mind.
yeah, and they dropped Wedgwood or just send him to waivers or something, right? Wedgwood. So I'm
He's
gonna
a
take
Yote now.
the Sharks here. Yeah, I like the Sharks spot.
All right, so we'll hop on over to props now after going through every single game here on this Saturday card. First prop I'm gonna hand out, unfortunately, is a game time decision, so you're gonna have to keep an eye out if he's playing or not, and he's also gonna be my DFS. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do if he's not playing. Nick Suzuki's been on a heater at over half a point. I mean, those odds hasn't come out yet, but I'd imagine are gonna be around plus money. He's had a goal and assist each in his last 2 games. I mean, Montreal's been very successful against Vegas. Suzuki had a good series against them in the playoffs, and he won't have defensively responsible players going up against him because all of them are hurt for Vegas. So I like Suzuki to get some chances here if he does in fact play. And then my other half a point prop is going to be Pavel Zacha. Just one of those feelings where I think we're going to see some goals in that game. And I mean, Zacha had that big tying goal last night. He's been one of the names that I've been thinking about here on this West Coast trip. And I could see him factoring into the scoring here, assist, point, that would be a point, goal, whatever it might be. And over half a point, it'll be around plus money when those odds come out. Jake, you got any props?
Um, sorry. So, I personally have not looked into too much. I'm going to stick with one thing that I've noticed. These Jets games, the top line has been very successful against the Jets. I don't know if that's I'm just saying it from what I've looked at.
Wait,
As
top
like
line's
the
been
top
wait,
the
the
top
Jets line's
line
been
against
successful
no
against the
the
Jets?
top
Oh,
line against the Jets has put up goals for some games that I've looked at. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with the Islanders top line there. Anders Lee, he is their best goal scorer, was their best goal scorer. I like him to get on the board tonight, so I have an Anders Lee goal prop there. And I didn't do too much today. I have my picks, but other than that, I didn't go too much into props. Cam Atkinson, I might look at him today. Didn't get one last game. He tends to, and that's my guy. Cam Atkinson, and then like I said, Devontae's, but I obviously brought up Bowen Byram, playing very good, taking that Calvin Carr spot. But Taze is back on. If he has got a point prop, I might get put a little on the point prop there. Other than that, I got no other props.
all right. I got 2 goal scorers. Hurdle, he's been on a heater, enough said, especially if I'm thinking the over in that game. He and Couture been tearing it up as of late. And Mr. Saturday Night, Jake Gensel. I think he'll finally factor into some scoring here on Saturday. I think they're going to roll over Minnesota. Gensel, anytime goal scorer. Hop into DFS here. Hurdle and Suzuki are my centers. Now, if Suzuki ends up not playing, I will swap him out, make Scott Lawton, who is my utility, my center. And I'm going to put Josh Anderson as my utility man. So that'll be the plan there if Suzuki does not go. My wingers are Rasmus Aslan, Pavel Zacha, and Jake Gensel. My goalies are goalies. My goalie is Igor Shesterkin. He's 7,300. I think he has a massive bounce back. He's one of the cheapest goalies, and they're completely judging it off of the Flames having that heater on the East Coast. So stupid pricing there on Shesterkin, if you ask me. And then my defenseman, John Carlson here. I think the Caps will start firing pucks on the Flyers. I think he'll get a lot of points. He's been in the double digits quite frequently. And then Ryan Graves, somebody Jake mentioned the other night, with Dougie Hamilton out, he's on that top unit there, and he's points in 3 straight games, double digits consistently. He's been playing real well for the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, I was very upset that he did not have a point prop yesterday.
And he still had about 10 fantasy points. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I want him. I want the point prop to be available to bet because I really like this spot with Hamilton being out. But I'm gonna bet Hurdle with you. I don't know why I didn't mention it. I mean, I called it when Timo Meyer went down. Hurdle's gonna be that guy, and he scored 2 goals that game. I'm not sure if he scored yesterday or their last game. I know Couture did, but I'm gonna ride Hurdle with you. And I
All
do
right,
not
and
have a
I'm assuming
DFS lineup.
DFS. All right, so we'll take our talents on over here to best bets, and there's a few that I like here.
There's a few I like too. I want to go with an aggressive one because obviously I can just simply go with the under in the Rangers Flames, but I feel like I have a better chance of winning a, a team pick here. So I'm gonna go with the Carolina Hurricanes money line. I think I'm gonna stick with what I believed in when I knew Spencer Knight was going in and Anderson's playing. And I don't know, it just seems like a good spot for the Hurricanes here. I'm scared about the draw bet, but I like the Canes in this spot.
I'm beside Pittsburgh or Colorado here. I don't know which one I want to make the best bet. I want to make Pittsburgh -1.5 the best bet, but I also wanted to win, and my best bets have just been losing. So I really like that one. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and make it the best bet. If I really like it, why would I not make it the best bet?
I'm picking the Penguins.
Yep, -1.5 plus 205, the big best bet today.
Oh, hey man, go all in. That's
Yep.
huge. But I mean, you gotta do something to change that 7-16 record, right?
No kidding.
It's all right. Well, I'm gonna go over my bets one more time, real quick. I got the Hurricanes money line. I have the over in Philly and Washington.
Did you not bet the
The
draw on Carolina, Philly, or Carolina,
oh,
Florida?
I guess I did, but I'm just
Not
going
like,
over like
yeah.
sides and totals basically. So yeah, Canes money line over in Washington and Philly, the under in Calgary and the Rangers, the Colorado Avalanche in regulation, and the over in or not the over. Well, I have the over in San Jose, New Jersey also, but San Jose money line. That's going to be my big parlay for tonight. Is those five right there, and then I also have that over in that Sharks and Devils game. The first period under in Flames Rangers, and then draw bet in. I'm gonna do the draw bet in Toronto and Boston, I believe, also, but
Okay.
in Carolina and Florida.
Hey, real quick run over my card. The under 5.5 in Boston, Toronto. Over 5.5 Islanders, Jets. Penguins money line and puck line -1.5 against the Minnesota Wild. Colorado to win in regulation. Montreal money line and the draw +310 in that game. Lean the over in Washington, Philly. Seattle regulation, Seattle first period under, New York, Calgary, and New Jersey, San Jose over. Probably will make that official no matter what, even if it's Reimer and not Hill.
All right, thanks guys for bearing with me as I'm at work and dealing with stuff. But yeah, I'm didn't think I was gonna make it. I told Jaric here that I was like, hey, you're on your own tonight.
That's why I started at
This morning.
10:30. I was just kind of going on my
Yeah,
own time.
I got in here at 10. I was like, all right, I guess he's not going, so I'll just wait. And I saw 10:30, so I thought I'd pop in. But other than that, I'm good to go.
All right, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Bettors if you liked what you heard. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a like. Follow us on Twitter at Jaric_rubel11, at JakeElder19, and we'll see you guys tomorrow to break down a Sunday card in the NHL. Take care, everybody. Let's cash some tickets, make some money. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Dude, it's morning.